Hello everyone, this is Zooc, and today I'm bringing you a new drawing video. This one is going to be of MEEPO from Dota 2, arguably the most feared hero in the game, not because of its crazy abilities or being overpowered, but because very few people can actually play him properly. He is the number one bane of pickup games. If anyone Ramden's MEEPO, it's basically done. So yes, I realized I haven't put out a drawing video in quite a long time. If you haven't watched my previous vlog, I explained the reason there. It's because we didn't have a working tripod for quite a long time, and the store we got it from was on a holiday for over a week, and they couldn't send it over. But finally we found it on Amazon and finally got it. So from now on, things should be returning back to normal. I have a couple of logo videos that I'm working on, but things are a bit busy nowadays because we're putting out 2 shirts, and I've been working quite a lot. Also working out as well, just doing a lot of real life stuff. So yeah, anyway, excuses aside, let's get on to the bio first, and then I'll talk about my personal issues and experiences. So this is MEEPO. If you ask me, life is all about who you know and what you can find. When you live up in the Rift Shadow ruins, just finding food can be tough. So you need to cut corners, you need to scrounge, you need to know your strengths. Some of the beasts up there can kill you, so you need a way to trap the weak and duck the strong. On the upside, the ruins have history, and history is worth a lot to some people. There used to be a palace there where they had all these dark rituals, bad stuff. If you survived the ceremony, they would shatter a crystal and split your soul into pieces. They made great art though, sculptures and such. Let me tell you, sometimes you stumble onto some of those old carvings. Take a pack full of those to town and sell them, then get yourself food for a few weeks. If luck is really on your side, you might find the Rift Shadow crystal. Get it appraised and start asking around. Someone always knows some crazy fool looking for this kind of thing. If all else fails, sell it to a Magus the next time one's in town. They love that stuff. Still, whatever you do, be careful handling those crystals. You do not want one to go off on you. It really hurts. So this is probably the most unique bio I've actually read by now. It's addressed, well, it's written in the form of a dialogue said by MEEPO himself, instead of just the usual once upon a time there was this and that. So yeah, MEEPO is, I have to admit, I've never actually played him, nor do I really want to, considering everyone is like deadly afraid of him. So I just thought it was a really ugly looking hero, and since I prefer drawing grotesque and just ugly things in general, this seemed like a good fit. It's also a trial run for a couple of tattoos that I'm going to be working on in the future, since I haven't drawn in like 2 weeks. I want to get back into it, and this was a good opportunity to do that. So that's going to be it regarding the game. Let's talk about what I've been doing, because that's been interesting as well. So a while ago, I sent off my saliva to National Geographic. They have these tests, these DNA tests, basically to find out where you're from, pretty much. A few 100,000 people have participated already, and they've managed to actually map out traveling and nomadic paths of different civilizations, like your composition, like where you actually come from, your blood composition, stuff like that. So I've always been curious about where I'm really from, because I've never felt like I just couldn't deal with the fact that, okay, I was born in Romania, therefore I am Romanian. I just can't deal with something like that. I want to know where we came from, where my family is from. So 2 months ago, I sent over my saliva, and I finally got my test results, and I was kind of surprised. I was actually hoping that I would have some sort of Viking blood in me, because I've always felt attracted to Scandinavia, the cold, the women, they're all... It's one of my favorite places. But when I got my results, well, apparently I'm actually Italian. Not Italian as in, oh yes, Romans colonized Dacia 2,000 years ago. I'm actually Italian. And also some Greek, because I know my grandmother comes from a Greek family, so I'm basically full-on Mediterranean. The difference between my blood type and other typical Romanians is that I miss some northeast Asian sort of, a few percentages of that, which make Romanians Romanian. I also have much more Mediterranean in me than most Romanians. So I am actually a Guido, believe it or not, which is kind of cool, I guess. yeah, specifically from Tuscany, if you can believe that. They actually managed to pinpoint the location because North Italians are very much different from South Italians. So, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of hyped that I'm not just ordinary, I guess. Well, I would be ordinary if I was in Italy or in New Jersey, but for Romania, I'm actually, yeah, a bit out of the ordinary. So at least I can get away with wearing a pinky finger now and wearing gold, because there's nothing worse than a wannabe, the wannabe Italian. So yeah, that's been a very interesting experience. The test is pretty expensive though; it's like $200 something, but I think it's worth it if you're really, really curious about your line, your bloodline, and where you're from. So I am an Italian from Tuscany, and also Greek from God only knows where the fuck, because I don't remember where my great-great-grandfather was from, but it was somewhere in Greece. So other than that, I just wanted to actually share that with everyone because I found it really interesting, and I definitely recommend taking the test if you're really curious about where you're from, or if you don't feel like you belong in your mother country, so to say. So other than that, I've resumed my ketogenic diet. I've lost like over 10 pounds by now. I'm really happy about that. I found a really awesome park nearby where I can go do my calisthenics and workouts. Got my bike. Life's good, basically. I'm kind of happy here. Of course, I do miss home a bit, where everything was very close. But here, to make up for everything being far away, you actually have accessibility in terms of getting stuff delivered to your doorstep. I've bought like so much shit by now. I'm gonna fill their entire house up, and then I'll have to leave it all here because I can't take it back with me. Other than that, I've signed up for university. I'm gonna be attending the University of Phoenix. Online courses, of course, but it's still just as expensive as a regular college, so I'm not really saving anything on that. I'm going to be going to hospitality and tourism management. So what you get out of that basically is once you're done, you get to be a hotel manager or a restaurant manager or stuff like that. I've always wanted to whip people into shape because I hate slackers and I hate people not doing their job properly. And I also want to be around food and customer service because I see so much bad customer service around me, and it always feels helpless and not being able to do anything about it from my side of the fence, So when you're on the other side, yeah, you can intervene and like fire motherfuckers all over the place, and it's kind of what I'm drawn to, because working in a kitchen is just a big no-no for me. It's too hot, too crazy in there. It's just, I don't like it. So yeah, anyway, those are the two most important events of my life right now. Other than that, I'm just still working, making videos, etc. But hopefully from now on, the schedule will start to resemble normality somewhat, because we have the tripod. I've managed to set up my office in a way that I'm happy with, so I'm going to be able to do more stuff and be more productive. And so that means more videos and more logos and just more money, which is kind of the end goal pretty much. So yeah, that's going to be it. I'm rambling on now. It's been 8 minutes. Please rate that shit if you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for my next video. Have a good week. Bye-bye.